You are tuned into the Literacy Hour with Test Taking Solution and your host, Dr. Kentrell Liddell, MD, MBA. The purpose of this show is to help mitigate health disparities, improving literacy related to health, economics, and education. For all your professional development, professional management, and educational support services needs, contact Test Taking Solution, where we're igniting success. Located at 2104 Thousand Oaks Drive in Jackson, Mississippi. Literacy is knowledge and knowledge is power. Thank you for joining the Literacy Hour.
Well, we made it. It's election day, everyone, and polls have just recently opened this morning. You'll be able to vote up until 7 p.m. this evening. If you're in line by 7 p.m., I'm being told that you will not be turned away. Get to the polls, get to the polls, get to the polls. Free rides to the polls. Just go to msmove.org. Or you can call this number 662 205 6683. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me again this morning. Right now, you're able to catch this show, The Literacy Hour, live streaming on our YouTube channel and on 3 different radio stations: the historic, the noble WMPR 90.1 FM, the voice of the community. You know, it serves Jackson metro area primarily, but guess what? It's live streamed all over the world. Mr. Larry Armstrong is holding it down over there. WFQY 99.1 FM, the little station with the big heart, serving the Byram and Richland communities, where Mr. Sherry Jones makes certain that all the magic happens. And WGDQ 93.1 FM, where God did it quickly, serving the Summerall, Laurel, and Hattiesburg communities. Good morning to all of you, and especially Miss Sonia Danzler Byrne holding it down over there at WGDQ. We want to thank Mr. Jones for always believing in the Literacy Hour and for giving us this opportunity way back November 2022. Well, guess what, guys? It's 2 years in the making. And we're still going strong thanks to his continued guidance and mentorship. And I know last Tuesday, I'm told that the show sounded a little muffled. Well, that wasn't on the radio stations, that was on me. We had a different microphone at that time, but looks like we were able to use our usual microphone. And we thank God for that. Again, I told you, you see, how being on the air is not free. You got to have equipment, the right equipment at that. And you got to have advisors and a team of great people making sure that this information gets to your ears. That's what we want. I want you to join me here on First Tuesdays because we discuss topics related to education, aiming to enhance our education literacy. On Second Tuesdays, we turn our focus to health literacy. We see what's going on in the healthcare arena. Third Tuesdays, when we take a look at financial literacy impacts and see what's going on in the markets. Fourth Tuesdays, when we focus on our mental health and wellness. And on Fifth Tuesdays, when we focus on technology literacy and discuss all things tech in an effort to not be left behind during this artificial intelligence electric vehicle making commercial flight going to space era. If you'd like to underwrite this show, please call us and let us know 601 714 8378. Or you can call and ask to speak to Mr. Sherry Jones at either of the radio stations. If you like to be a guest on the show, be my guest. It's okay. You can get in touch with either of us as well. It's Education Literacy Tuesday here on the Literacy Hour, sponsored by Test Taking Solution and our foundation, where we focus on enhancing literacy, mitigating health disparities. We got to get rid of them, y'all. I'm your host, Dr. Liddell, and I have a few updates to share with you today. I know some of you have to be at work by 8 o'clock. You've been calling and you tell me that you listen to the show, and we're so grateful. You can stream the show online as well. Just go to our YouTube channel, Test Taking Solution Foundation, and you can listen to the part of the show that you miss anytime you want to. Why? Because it's recorded and archived right there. You see, we're becoming more knowledgeable. When people are geared with knowledge, they become more effective within their communities. You know the old saying, when we learn better, we do better. And I just added a little last part to that. We also become more effective community members. I want to share some announcements at this time. Again, we've made it to Election Day 2024, and the polls have officially opened. You'll be able to vote up until 7 o'clock this evening. If you're in line at 7, don't fret. They'll let you on in to vote. You can call 662-205-6683, Mississippi Move, for free rides to the polls. Miss Kaylee Gatlin, an African American junior golfer from Germantown High School, is making waves on the golf course. She clinched first place in the 7A tournament here in the state of Mississippi, attributing her success to her confidence in her training. So proud of Miss Gatlin, junior golfer. Keep golfing, young lady. French Camp Academy is respected nationwide. It's an interdenominational Christian boarding school. I'd always wondered if we have boarding schools in the state of Mississippi like they have all along the East Coast. My son attended West Point, United States Military Academy Preparatory School, and a lot of his classmates had attended boarding schools, and he came from, well, a Mississippi public school. And so it lets us know that our public schools are just as competitive. Okay. But I had always wondered, do we have boarding schools here where students can gain a great education? And the answer is yes. I met a wonderful, very kind lady, the chief operating officer, Miss Carrie Browning of French Camp Academy. And she enlightened me so much. Man, I have to go visit now. I mean, I did not know the town and the 900 acre school, 900 acres. This school, along with that town, they form a thriving community 90 miles north of Jackson and 80 miles south of Tupelo. They're helping young people to grow. They have day students in grades 7 through 12 and residential students, students who live at the school. They live on campus in grades 1 through 12. Okay? It's a Christ centered home and school. A residential student experience is offered for grades 1 through 12, providing a structured home life, strengthening the student's character, and growing their responsibility nature. In addition, of course, to the school experience. Now, a day student is one who commutes daily, participating in the accredited schools activities. Again, it's an accredited school, you all. But the day students are in grades 7 through 12. The school provides a strong Christian education. Sounds like Sister Thea Bowman, because I know they're doing it up over there near Jackson State University. That's Sister Thea Bowman. And it's a private school. So just telling you about these wonderful schools that some of you may not have ever heard of. FCA, French Camp Academy. Uh, I'm being told that they have current openings for day and residential students. Boy, if I had known about it, I don't know. There is a chance that my son would have attended this school had he been eligible and qualified, met all of their, requirements. But I like the sound um, of this experience French Camp Academy's residential student program might just be a good fit for your student if he or she is in need of a structured, safe environment. Or maybe he or she's been having behavioral struggles at home or school. Or maybe you just want your child to get a solid Christian education. Or maybe the family wants to stay connected to the student through being home over school breaks. So it might just be the environment that you and your young person may need in order for him or her to thrive. So just check out the French Camp. They have a website. It's FrenchCamp.org. It's that simple. French, FRENCH, camp, CAMP.org. Or you can pick the telephone up too and call 662 547 7292 and ask to speak to the Chief Operating Officer, Miss Carrie Browning. And then I'm sure she'll listen to you and connect you with the right person to meet your needs. A few other announcements. Thanksgiving break right around the corner. It's the same for Madison County Schools, Rankin County Schools, Canton Public Schools, and Jackson Public Schools. So if you have friends in those schools, young people, you get to have Thanksgiving break together. The break this year starts on November 25th and goes through November 29th. Test Taking Solution will be closed on the 28th and the 29th of November. But if students want to come in for test prep or tutorial services to get ahead on November 26th and 27th, we're open. Come on in. And you know how we do it now. We're pretty strict on our test prep and tutorial services because we want to ignite your success and help you get to the next stage in your educational, professional, or personal journey. We recently were notified once again about another one of our scholars heading to medical school. We want to shout out Miss Kelsey White this morning, future MD. So very proud of her. She studied hard for her MCAT and she attended all her sessions, and she even helped to tutor some little ones along the way. Just a phenomenal young lady, and we want to certainly uh, celebrate with her on her notification that she has a seat in medical school, and we'll be telling you which one here really soon, although some of you may already know because you know Miss Kelsey. And University Mississippi Medical Center is going to be blessed by her presence. Winter break, Madison County Schools, Rankin County Schools, and Jackson Public Schools all start off winter break with a 60% day on December 20th. And students then start the full break on December 23rd, and they'll return for spring semester January 3rd, 2025. And that's a Friday. School teacher and administrator professional development days. During the professional development days, students don't have school or they only attend school for 80% of the regular school day. Jackson Public Schools has a partial day, an 80% day coming up November 19th. That's a Tuesday. So now if your child is a test taking solution scholar already registered with our after school program, just like they did on September 24th, they can come on over to Test Taking Solution when they get out early. It's just one of the many benefits that our scholars receive when they attend the Test Taking Solution after school program. Canton Public Schools partial days, 80% days, are November the 6th. So that's tomorrow, you all, and December 4th. Hines County School District Thanksgiving break is going to be November 25th through November 29th. Winter break will be December 23rd through January the 6th. Professional Development Day is not on the 2024-2025 academic calendar, but they did have some professional development days on their 2023 calendar. Hattiesburg School District Thanksgiving break November 25th through November 29th. Winter break December 23rd through January 3rd. Professional Development Days January 6th, 2025, February 17th, May 23rd, 2025. Want all of our third graders to Start getting ready for the third grade reading gate test. That Mississippi Academic Assessment Program, the MAP test, the reading assessment. We want them to make sure that they are literate and ready to go. The Literacy Based Promotion Act, we have broken it down here on the Literacy Hour months ago, and that particular episode was recorded as well. But you know, that act requires all third grade public school students to pass a reading test in order to qualify for promotion to the fourth grade. So if your third grader is struggling, get your third grader to test taking solution. I'm about 99.9% certain we can help your scholar. All right. Especially if they attend the after school program at least 3 days a week. They listen to the tutors, do their homework, listen to their school teachers together. I mean, it takes a community to raise a child. And so the parental involvement, the school working in collaboration with community organizations like ours, that child has no other choice but to succeed on the Mississippi Academic Assessment Program. The reading portion of that test, English Language Arts, determines whether students meet the requirement for promotion, that they can not only read, but that they can comprehend what they read. Students who do not meet the promotion requirement on the third grade MAP ELA test will be given 2 retesting opportunities. The test format, both the third grade MAP ELA and the third grade reading alternative assessment, are multiple choice tests. They're given online via a computer or a tablet in your child's school. Students will have 180 minutes or 3 hours to complete the test, so they give them plenty of time. The content, well, I've actually seen retired tests, and I am sometimes amazed at what someone feels a third grade student should know and be able to read. Some of the terms that may not be English terms, let's say if there's a Latin term in the passage, that term is always defined. So it's up to the student to use those context clues in order to answer the questions. They look at content and skills. The test assessed the Mississippi College and Career Readiness Standards. Yes, our Mississippi Department of Education has been hard at work. They derived these MCCRS, Mississippi College and Career Readiness Standards of reading for foundational skills, informational text, literature, and language. Testing dates, mark your calendars, everyone. The testing dates for our third graders are March 31st, 2025. So the last day of March, going into April, April 18th, 2025. That's the testing window for the third grade MAP ELA assessment, aka the reading gate test. So that's the testing window. And then in May, they're going to turn around and provide a first retest opportunity for your student if he or she did not happen to pass the test during that first testing window. The retest opportunity, the first one at least, is going to take place May 5th through the 9th, 2025. And they will provide a second retest opportunity in June 16th through the 27th. Students will be retesting, okay? Parents and teachers receive a student report for the reading portion of that test before May 5th. So that first testing window, March 31st to April 18th, after your student takes the test, you're going to get a report. If you don't have a report in your hand by May 5th, call someone, call your school. Make sure you get your third grade students' MAP ELA test results in your hand. The report will indicate whether the student meets or does not meet the Literacy Based Promotion Act promotion requirement. Students who do not meet the requirement will be scheduled automatically now for the third grade reading alternative assessment during that window of May 5th through the 9th, 2025. Students who do not pass the alternative assessment will be given a final opportunity to retest June 16th through June 27th. So, why must third grade students pass a reading test to be promoted to the fourth grade? Well, it's a long history, but we do know that if we can ensure students are ready for fourth grade reading instruction, they have to have met certain benchmarks by third grade. Research has proven that students who are not reading on grade level by the end of third grade are likely to struggle as they progress through the rest of school. Third grade students who do not pass the reading test might qualify for an exemption and be promoted now, but it has to be certain good cause exemptions. And you can ask your child's teacher to share those good cause exemptions with you. You need to be talking to your student's teacher now. You want to make sure that your child is reading grade level books, stories, poems, articles with fluency and understanding. It's just so vitally important that you read with your student. We read with them. First thing they do when they come to Test Taking Solution after school program, our students get a snack, a nutritious snack. They uh, listen to books being read to them, a big screen with the caption so they can see the words. And then we ask them questions after that book is read. So they're eating, they're being nourished, and they're listening to grade level books, stories, poems, articles. You want to find out how your child performed on a universal screener. You see, your school performed a universal screener, reading screener for your child, and that report provides information about your child's reading progress throughout the school year. And you want to know what can you do at home to help prepare your student for the third grade MAP ELA test. And we have already talked to you about how to support your child's reading development at home. We've shared some tips and I don't mind sharing them again. Have your child read to you aloud. Let him or her stand right there and read this book or sit there. I mean, whichever is more comfortable for him or her, and read aloud. Point out any missed words and help that child to sound that word out. Help your child read those missed words correctly to the point where they don't have to sound it out. They can see that word and say that word with fluency. Have your child reread the sentence to be sure he or she understands the meaning and create a quiet place for your child to study, to do homework, and to read. Make time to do homework. That's another one of the main focuses of our after school program to make sure that our students complete their homework, but not just complete it with understanding. Want to make sure they understand the homework. Let me tell you, you all, the schools, some of them send a lot of homework home. I know you know it too. Uh, and what gets me is that students who are struggling academically already, uh, sometimes it's tough to get tutorial services in for that student when that student has a mound of homework to complete. And I say a mound, and I am not exaggerating. You come over to Test Taking Solution and see for yourself. Students are given packets. Now, some teachers are amazing. They put at the top of the packet due Tuesday and the date, due Wednesday and the date. They put the days and the dates that this particular sheet is due. But some teachers, not all teachers are alike, just not all physicians are alike. Not all any profession are alike. Not all the members of that profession are alike. It's a fact. Some folks really do love the profession of teaching and some folks don't. They do it for a paycheck. And those who do it for a paycheck, we can tell based on what the children bring to after school programs. Some of the children bring packets and there's no date when it's due. There's no sort of correspondence, nothing about nothing. The child just supposed to do the work. And there are some children, they bring packets, and even some of the answer choices are missing. Yes, we have evidence of all of this. What I'm saying is, parents, be attuned to what's going on. We certainly point it out to you so that the next time you have parent teacher conference, you can point it out to the teacher. Now, the teachers have a hard job. Now they are taking care of what, 30, 35 students in a classroom, some of them. Um, they have a lot to do in any given day. And that's why they need your help, and they need the help of community organizations to help your child. They're going to make sure that they get the content that they need. And I know now, with the caveat that some teachers love their jobs more than others. Some are looking for a way out right now, um, a way out of the education profession altogether. But you know those who care and who care about your child. So support that teacher. Help that teacher to help your child. Make time to get the homework done. And if you're struggling to get it done, that's why you have community organizations like Test Taking Solution. We will support you. We will help that student to get his or her work done. And we keep the prices very low so that people can afford it. $125 a month is not much. I know because, well, many of you have told me. I had one parent say, "That's it," and I said, "Yes," because we want our kids to have access, and we have to keep the prices low. But then we have to make it up in other ways. I work really, really hard to make sure all the bills are paid, tutors are paid, a livable wage, and have some money where they can take care of their families. It is tough being a small business owner, um, but we thank God for our foundation because it connects sponsors, donors, people like you who want to sponsor a child, and we share with you all the time that you are invited to visit our foundation anytime, Tuesday through Thursday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Our students are there after school. On Mondays and Fridays by appointment only. Of course, I'm involved in research and I have to get some work done. So call for an appointment if you're coming Mondays or Fridays. We're located at 2104 Thousand Oaks Drive and on the web at ttsfoundation.org. I want to tell you about the Better Business Bureau Students of Integrity Scholarship 2025. Better Business Bureau Mississippi is thrilled to announce the launch of its Students of Integrity Scholarship Program. It's aimed at supporting and empowering the next generation of leaders. This initiative reflects their commitment to fostering ethics in the marketplace and creating opportunities for talented individuals who demonstrate exceptional promise and a passion for making a difference in their communities. The Students of Integrity Scholarship provides financial assistance to deserving students pursuing higher education. Better Business Bureau will be awarding three $2,000 scholarships to high school seniors attending a college, university, or technical school in Mississippi. Through the program, they aim to remove financial barriers and enable students to focus on their academic and personal growth, ultimately equipping them with the skills and resources needed to succeed in their fields. Mr. John O'Hara is the president and CEO of Better Business Bureau. He's very accessible, really nice guy, really knowledgeable. He says we're excited to introduce this scholarship program as part of the BBB's ongoing efforts to invest in the future. He also said, and I quote, "Education is a powerful tool for transformation," end quote. I really agree with Mr. O'Hara right there, and I know you do too. I love to hear your thoughts. 601-714-8378. That's the call-in number. You can certainly share in this conversation. So applications for the Students of Integrity Scholarship opened October 15th. The application portal is going to close January 15th. So you have plenty of time to help your interested scholar to apply for the Students of Integrity Scholarship. And you can go to the Better Business Bureau's website. Just Google Mississippi Students of Integrity scholarship. And it'll take you right there. Also, now you can call Mr. O'Hara himself, the president and CEO. He doesn't mind talking to you. Dial 601 398 1700, extension 101. Education is power, and it's so important to get a good education, but we know that college is not for everyone. There are apprenticeships available. And for those who want to attend college and find that tuition is a problem, I want you to visit modernstates.org. It's possible to take your entire freshman year of coursework for free. Take tuition free, high quality courses online from top institutions for college credit. Go over to Modern States today. That's Modern States, MODERNSTATES.org. You want to see how it all works? Go over there, check it out, find out whether your school of choice will accept a CLEP exam for the course that you may take with Modern States and give you credit for having taken that course. I know Mississippi State University accepts CLEP exams. There is another opportunity for those who, just for whatever reason, could not make it to college, right? The Mississippi Coding Academy is a free academy, free, where people can learn to code. I've been told also that they have a graduation coming up this week at the Mississippi Aquarium in Gulfport, and that the next class starts up in January. It was founded in 2017 as a collaborative effort between Innovate Mississippi and the governor's office through the Mississippi Development Authority. See, the MDA, I'm telling you, they are on it. They're working, trying to make sure that we have economic development throughout this state. And they collaborate with the governor's office, Innovate Mississippi. That's how the Mississippi Coding Academies came to be. It offers a 6-month, no cost, full stack coding program. The Academy aims to create diverse software professionals, and particularly from disadvantaged and underserved communities, enhancing economic opportunities for those populations across Mississippi. Now, this is what's exciting. There are locations in Jackson, Columbus, Biloxi, Clarksdale, and Natchez. I hadn't heard about it until recently. I'm so excited about this Mississippi Coding Academy. And they're part of the AI collaborative that's going on here in Mississippi. The program has strong affiliations with my alma mater, Mississippi State University. That's my MBA alma mater. Now, my undergraduate alma mater is Tougaloo College. I love our Eagle Queen. The University of Southern Mississippi also is affiliated with the Mississippi Coding Academies. Again, the Mississippi Development Authority, the W.K. Kellogg Foundation, and various corporate partners. Corporate partners in the sense of employers, you all. They hire the graduates of the Mississippi Coding Academy. I'm being told that graduates typically earn an average starting salary of $40,000 a year and up. So you guys want to check out the Mississippi Coding Academy. The program primarily serves individuals from underserved backgrounds, many of whom are not college bound or who have found the traditional college paths are just insufficient. And maybe just all kinds of reasons, okay? That college may not be for you right now, right? But you can still achieve economic independence. Most participants have only a high school education. Most of them work part-time minimum wage jobs. The curriculum combines full stack software development. You get evaluated and reviewed by current industry developers. They have a simulated workplace experience, and they also emphasize soft skills. Participants learn coding through hands-on experience. You don't have to take my word for it. Please visit their website. It's very easy to remember, mscoding.org. If you have trouble spelling coding, you're in the right place. The Literacy Hour. We'll spell it for you. It's CODING. Mississippi Coding academies. The website, mscoding.org. So please go check that out. Hmm. There's an NSF, the National Science Foundation Game Maker Awards for K through 12 students, providing an exciting opportunity for students to highlight their creativity, their technical skills, and their passion for video game design. The National Science Foundation is thrilled to announce the NSF Game Maker Awards because it commemorates their 75th anniversary of inspiring young minds in STEM through video game design. They have an exciting prize challenge going on. So, K through 12 students, you are invited to showcase your creativity, your technical skills by envisioning life in 2100. That's the challenge. They want you to envision life in 2100, like the year 2100. Okay. Participants will delve into STEM concepts. You're going to explore NSF supported research areas and compete for some cool prizes. The competition is now open. Submissions are due by January 31st, 2025. We have a few interested students, and Test Taking Solution is helping them to get their submissions ready. If you're interested in learning more about the NSF Game Maker Awards, you can certainly Google it or you can call our office 601 714 8378, which is also the call in number here on the Literacy Hour, and we'll be happy to give you those details. The main goal of our talk show, as you know, is to enhance our overall literacy skills and engage our community in such a way that we all become more empowered, more enlightened, and move to action. We want to help our youth, right? We want to improve the state of affairs in our community, and that includes our education, our health, our finances, and our overall well being. Every week I invite you to visit the Mississippi State Department of Health's website to become better educated as well about all that's happening with the status of our state's health. And we delve more into it second Tuesday, so that's next Tuesday. But that website is www.msdh.ms.gov. Tell your sister, brother, cousin, mama, sister, daddy, everybody, all your friends to visit that website. Make sure that they know that MSDH's mission is to protect and advance the health, the well being, and the safety of everyone in Mississippi. All of us Mississippians, not just a select few. They have a breast and cervical cancer early detection program that I am very excited about because this program arranges for women without health insurance to get annual exams, including free pap tests and mammograms. Some of you have called my office right after the show. We've been able to link you with the compassionate providers over at Jackson Hines Comprehensive Health Center to get your healthcare services taken care of. If you know someone who has no health insurance or health insurance that will not cover the cost of these exams and tests, the first thing I want you to tell that person is go vote. If you're eligible to vote, go vote. Let your voice be heard. Um, you want to vote for folks who can impact your ability to obtain health insurance, and not just any old health insurance, but health insurance that covers what you need. We'll be talking all about the marketplace exchange. Next Tuesday, we'll be talking about open enrollment. We mentioned it last Tuesday, but it's that time of year where people are deciding whether they want to keep their current insurance plans, change the plans, and keep in mind that your current insurance plan may not even be available again. So you want to definitely check on your insurance to make sure you have what you need for the upcoming year. So join me right back here next Tuesday, during which time we will enhance our health literacy. We're going to learn more of these terms that open enrollment, that's a term we talked about last Tuesday, but we'll mention and delve deeper into insurances and stuff next week. You also learn more about what the Mississippi State Department of Health has to offer because it's a lot. It's a lot, and I'm so glad about it. There are some additional education items that I want to share with you. There is, and I didn't know this, but the Census Bureau. The Census Bureau has been putting out lots of information, and we've been using a lot of that data to discuss important topics with you. Well, the Census Bureau has published its findings of poverty, income, and health insurance. And we want to share with you straight from their own newsroom what the biggest findings were. We just got done now being counted. So they're using all this data, they're analyzing it to tell us what our country looks like. Um, the real median household income in 2022 fell in comparison to 2021. The official poverty rate of 11.5% wasn't that statistically different between 2021 and 2022, but the supplemental poverty measure rate in 2022 did go up. It went up by almost 5 percentage points from 2021. We still have folks living in poverty. Meanwhile, 92.1% of the United States population reported having health insurance coverage for all or part of 2022. So that's an increase, and that's because of all of the availabilities now that we have, the options that we have. Everyone should be able to be covered by some form of insurance. And that insurance could be Medicaid. And if you are the right age group, could be Medicare. We want to talk to you about those. Tune in next Tuesday. We're going to talk about Medicare. Some of you don't know, can I work and still have Medicare? What age must I be to have Medicare? We want to talk to you about that. So tune into the Literacy Hour and we will do just that. The real median household income fell. The median back in 2021 was $76,330. And when I saw that number, I said, shoot, where was that? That was the average. That was the median household income in 2021. Man, we don't have numbers like that in Mississippi. That's the median household income. So if it fell nationwide, what it did in Mississippi. $74,580 was the median household income in 2022. Um, I love the United States Census Bureau because they also help us to drill down to the state level. They provide tables. And so when you're looking at statistical poverty directives, you have to account for inflation and understand the consumer price index. You want to learn more about those terms? Join us during financial literacy on third Tuesdays here on the Literacy Hour. We want you to be informed. So just wanted to mention to you that the Census Bureau has published its findings of poverty, income, and health insurance. Well, we have PhDs being next in the fight over affirmative action. That's the word on the street. And there's a lawsuit challenging federal McNair program that funds aspiring doctoral students. A 35-year-old federal program aimed at helping low-income students earn advanced degrees is being accused of racial discrimination. Now, that's the latest challenge against diversity initiatives. It's been being challenged for quite some time now. But the McNair program, man, I thought I would never live to see the day. It's named for Ronald McNair. He's the black physicist who died aboard the Challenger space shuttle. That McNair program offers around $60 million in grants to universities, which use the funds to help undergraduates prepare for doctoral studies in research-intensive fields such as chemistry, math. Schools can select students of any race whose parents don't hold bachelor's degrees, known as first generation. I'm a first generation college student. Some of you in the listening audience are first generation college students. Well, the McNair program is looking at those PhD level students who are trying to obtain graduate degrees, doctoral degrees, and research intensive fields. Students who don't meet those criteria can apply if they belong to groups, quote, that are underrepresented in graduate education, end quote. And that's according to the website for Ronald E. McNair Post Baccalaureate Achievement Program. That includes Black, Hispanic, American Indian, Native Hawaiian students, among others. White and Asian students are eligible only if they meet the first generation and low income requirements. The McNair program's racial eligibility criteria is said to violate the Constitution's guarantee of equal protection. That's what the lawsuit that was filed not long ago, August 28, 2024, was when all this was reported. It was just recently filed against the U.S. Department of Education. And who filed it? Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty. Well, boy. A spokeswoman for the Education Department said the agency doesn't comment on pending litigation. But it's just expanding this broader fight over programs that take into account race in school admissions, employment, and other decisions. Okay, somebody just text me. What's your take on it, Dr. Liddell? Well, here's my personal take. Let's do it this way. A black man, the program is established in the name of a black man. His name is Ronald McNair, a black physicist. Okay, he died aboard the Challenger. I think to honor him, um, it's okay if the program is not limiting people based on race. I don't see where it's doing that at all. Any student is eligible so long as they meet the first generation low income requirement standards. So I really don't see the point. I think the program should move forward and that students should be able to take advantage of this program and to go to school. I don't think it excludes people based on race. And in the 21st century, I tell you, we ought to be beyond this by now. But it is what it is. You can go online and look up more information considering that has to do with or concern this federal McNair program. Some of you didn't even know about it. Well, now you do. Okay. Let's talk about internet access because students cannot complete their homework assignments. Students cannot learn in this day and age without having ready access to the internet. We help people learn how to use the internet over at Test Taking Solution Foundation. We had a young lady come in. She's young in her 60s. Yes, she came in last week and learned how to use her phone. She left there all smiles. She realized that she has a mini computer in her hand, and she's able to do a lot of things online now that she was not able to do before. She has email. She understands how to use that, how to receive her emails, how to respond to her emails. I'm so excited for her. I don't know what to do because that's what we should be in the business of doing. And that's what we are at Test Taking Solution in the business of doing, helping people to help themselves, empowering our community. Well, the Biden administration approves Mississippi's $1.2 billion internet access plan. That's $1.2 billion with a B. August 29th, 2024, Mr. Pender of the Mississippi Today, he's a journalist over there, he reported that our state has been approved for this $1.2 billion internet access plan. And the plan is to spend $1.2 billion in federal money to expand broadband internet access statewide. And it has received approval from the Biden administration. The Department of Commerce's National Telecommunications and Information Administration announced it has approved Mississippi and South Dakota's initial proposals for the $42 billion federal broadband equity, access, and deployment state grant program. It's called BEAD for short, Broadband Equity, Access, and Deployment, BEAD. And my understanding is that it is a cornerstone of the Biden administration's Internet for All initiative. The state program is part of $62 billion included in the bipartisan infrastructure law for expanding Internet access. The approval allows Mississippi to request $1.2 billion and go from planning to action. Wait a minute, we got to request the money? I thought they were going to send it automatically. Now, who is responsible for requesting? You know, now listen, when I hear tell of great resources that can help move our community forward, education wise, on Education Literacy Day, this Tuesday, first Tuesday of the month, you're going to hear about it. And if I have questions, I'm going to ask those questions, and you can too. So it looks like we have to request the $1.2 billion. South Dakota was cleared to request $207 million. The award was based on the number of homes and businesses lacking high-speed internet and the estimated cost of expanding it. Mississippi has an estimated 300,000 unserved and 200,000 underserved homes and businesses. Wow. That's a lot of people unserved. That's a lot of businesses unserved. United States Representative Benny Thompson played a key role in securing internet funding for Mississippi in the infrastructure bill. That's what the statement said. As the only person in the Mississippi House congressional delegation who voted in support of broadband being available to the last mile, I support this initial step, is what Congressman Thompson said. But I expect the final outcome to be delivered to those who need it most. Although the rest of Mississippi's House delegation and Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith voted against the infrastructure bill, U.S. Senator Roger Wicker, ranking member of the Senate Commerce Committee at the time, helped negotiate the measure, and he did vote for it. Thank you, Senator Wicker. Thank you, U.S. Congressman Benny Thompson. This $1.2 billion can be a game changer in our state. Now, again, I'm still trying to figure out who has to request it. Sally Doty, Director of Broadband Expansion for Mississippi, in a statement said, quote, "This approval in the BEAD program means we are one step closer to connecting all remaining unserved and underserved locations in the most rural areas of Mississippi. These are large construction projects that require a good deal of time for build out and require careful evaluation and monitoring, but incredible progress is being made. From Alligator, Mississippi, in the heart of the Delta, to Woodville, Mississippi, in the extreme southwest corner of the state, and everywhere in between, reliable, high-speed internet is on its way." Thank you, Miss Doty. So obviously she's going to be involved in helping to request it. At least that's what I am ascertaining from this statement. I hope she's involved. She seems very enthusiastic about it. And I'm so glad that our legislators helped to get it over the finish line. This is good news for our state. Wow, I'm so excited. We have met children who don't have computers at home, who don't have internet at home. When they're out of school on break, kids come down to Test Taking Solution. And they come in with their head bowed down. Can I use the computer? Of course you can. Come on in here and use the computer. And we thank God for Comcast. Comcast donated three laptops over the summer, and we appreciate them so much. Didn't have to do that, but they did. I know 3 laptops isn't much to some of you, but 3 laptops go a long way for our students, and we thank God again for Comcast being willing to do just that. Come over anytime you want and see those computers in action. As we get ready to end the show, I'm still talking about education and things that we should know. Students, when you get trained and educated here in Mississippi, it's okay to leave and go get trained and educated elsewhere, but come home. There have been talks about a student returning to teach at his high school alma mater, a Yale graduate. returns to Jackson to teach at his high school alma mater. He graduated from Jackson Public Schools, and he knew that he would come home just like I did. I graduated from Noxubee County High School, a public school in Macon, Mississippi. I love it, home of the Tigers. And I knew that after leaving for medical school to attend medical school there in Iowa, I knew day one I was coming home to Mississippi. We need all the talent that we can get. We don't want a brain drain. We want our people to come home to help out here at home. We need you. And so this young man, Mr. Jeffrey Kalido, he's a Murrah High School senior at the time, found out he was getting a full scholarship to Yale University. He went to Yale, he got trained and learned all that he needed to learn, and now he is back walking the halls of Murrah High School as a teacher. That's what it's all about. So proud of that young man. Wow. 17 when he left, and now he is back and he is teaching. What an inspiration for those students. My understanding is that he graduated in the same position I did in his high school. He graduated valedictorian. Way to go, young man. So very proud of you and looking forward to seeing the fruits of your labor, because let me tell you now, people like that create superstars. Superstars create superstars. And so I already know, I don't even have to be in his classroom to know that he is in the process of creating some new Yale graduates, Harvard graduates. He is creating some additional teachers for the Jackson Public School District and beyond. I'm so very grateful and proud of him. I've really enjoyed being with you all today. I want you to know that there are always grants available, and we'll talk about them more during the third Tuesday financial literacy hour, where you learn about finances. But there are some planning grants that the National Science Foundation just released, and they're creating artificial intelligence ready test beds. Yeah, testing zones. NSF is seeking new approaches to develop and evaluate novel AI methods, and they want to evaluate these in real world settings. Too often, new AI systems are deployed before the interactions with and the impacts on the users can be fully evaluated. So, is your institution able to serve as one of these testing beds? Well, you can find out by applying for these planning grants. And these grants tend to be of substantial amounts of funding. And we want you to know that they are available. Social determinants of health are real. And we want to continue to highlight conditions in which people are born, grow, learn, work, play, live, and age as a wider set of structural factors that shape the conditions of our very everyday lives. And that's why we will continue to keep the focus on education, housing, transportation, the built environment, high quality jobs, nutritious food. You see, healthcare is not just about the medicine and the doctors, the nurses, to everybody else in the clinics and hospitals. It's about these social determinants. And we're going to keep a focus on them. So keep tuning in to the Literacy Hour right here on WMPR, WFQY, and WGDQ 93.1 FM. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Get out to vote, everyone. Please.
For the past 1 hour, you have been listening to the Literacy Hour with Test Taking Solution and your host, Dr. Kentrell Liddell, MD, MBA. We are located at 2104 Thousand Oaks Drive in Jackson, Mississippi. Visit us on the web at www.testtakingsolution.com. Join us each Tuesday from 7 to 8 a.m. for another life-changing conversation here on our podcast live stream and affiliate stations.